This week in Geneva, the stakes couldn't be higher. Iran is meeting the UN nuclear watchdog. The United States is back at the negotiation table. And President Trump is warning of serious consequences if a deal isn't reached. Is this the beginning of a breakthrough, or the calm before another Middle East crisis? Welcome to Decode America. Let's break it down. What's happening in Geneva? Iran has held talks in Geneva with the International Atomic Energy Agency, the UN's nuclear monitoring body. At the same time, a second round of US-Iran nuclear negotiations has begun in Geneva. This is significant because nuclear talks between Washington and Tehran have been frozen, tense, and politically explosive for years. Iran insists its nuclear program is peaceful. The US and its allies fear uranium enrichment levels are getting dangerously close to weapons grade. The big question: can diplomacy slow Iran's nuclear momentum before it reaches a point of no return? Trump's warning. President Donald Trump has made his position very clear. He says Iran doesn't want the consequences of failing to make a deal with the United States. That's not soft diplomacy. That's pressure politics. Remember, Trump withdrew the US from the original 2015 nuclear deal during his presidency. Now, the tone is firm. Negotiate seriously or face economic and possibly strategic consequences. This isn't just about uranium. It's about leverage, sanctions, oil exports, regional influence, military deterrence. The language from Washington signals urgency and impatience. Iran's strategy: patience and poker face. Iran, on the other hand, is playing a long game. Tehran's diplomats are known for strategic patience, calm tone, calculated messaging, no emotional reactions. Iran understands something important. The US also wants stability. Washington doesn't want another Middle East conflict while managing global tensions elsewhere. So Iran's strategy appears to be this: show willingness to talk, avoid appearing desperate, keep leverage through continued nuclear advancement, but just below the red line. It's diplomatic chess, and Geneva is the chessboard. Why this matters globally. If talks fail, here's what could happen: tighter US sanctions, more regional instability, possible Israeli involvement, rising oil prices, and increased military tension in the Gulf. If talks succeed, sanctions relief for Iran, slower nuclear enrichment, reduced global energy volatility, temporary Middle East stability. But here's the reality. Trust between Washington and Tehran is extremely thin, and every negotiation is happening under a cloud of history, mistrust, and political pressure on both sides. The real power game, 5-6. This isn't just about nuclear fuel, it's about power balance in the Middle East. Iran wants recognition as a regional power. The US wants nuclear guarantees and security for its allies. Trump's warning suggests America is prepared to escalate pressure if talks stall. But escalation carries risk. Because Iran has shown resilience under sanctions before, the real test in Geneva isn't just technical nuclear limits, it's whether both sides are willing to compromise without appearing weak. And that's the hardest part of diplomacy. So here's the big question. Will Geneva produce a framework for peace? Or is this just another temporary pause before confrontation? In geopolitics, timing is everything. And right now, both Washington and Tehran know the clock is ticking. This is not just a nuclear negotiation, it's a strategic showdown. And the world is watching. If you want sharp geopolitical breakdowns without the noise, subscribe to Decode America. Like this video, comment your prediction, Deal or no deal? And I'll see you in the next Decode.